Good Wednesday afternoon, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, today I'm going to get right to the point. What we're going to talk about and discuss is how idiotic people can be when they start to accuse people of shit that happened 30 fucking years ago. Okay? 30 fucking years ago. Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with the Brett Kavanaugh being nominated for a Supreme Court or whatever. I don't even know what it is. But we also have to consider his accuser. Now, this woman claims that she has been traumatized for 30 years and that her life has just been completely in an upheaval and she doesn't know what she's going to do, and oh my God, poor me, poor me, poor me. Well, you know what? Let's go back. I'm 56 years old, so let's go back 30 years. So I would have been 26. When I was 26, I was at a party one time. There was a much older woman there. And this older woman actually forcibly placed her hands in my crotch area. Now, this woman was probably in her 40s and she had been drinking a little bit. Okay? So, now we fast forward 30 years. Now, if this woman is to run for any kind of office, from mayor to vice president to parking meter control, am I supposed to come forward and go, oh my God, she touched me 30 years ago? No. Am I supposed to sit for the last 30 years? Was my life so much in trauma that I couldn't function? No. In the last 30 years, has this affected me in the slightest? Absolutely not. Now, there's some of you who are going to watch this and go, but you're a man. Men don't mind that. Really? This was an ugly fucking woman who was drunk, 20 years my senior, feeling me up at a fucking bar. Okay? It was not traumatic, but at the same time, it wasn't something I was having fun with. Now, if an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old was at that bar and she had her hands down in my crotchal area and she was going to town, hey, I'd enjoy it. I still wouldn't fucking cry about it. But this woman was probably 20, 25 years older than me. But being the sensible human being that I was, I just said, she's drunk. She's having a good time. Her inhibitions are a little bit lower. She's just having fun. She didn't hurt me. She didn't say nasty things to me. She didn't threaten me. Although her husband, who was there, didn't exactly like what was going on. Especially when her husband was probably in his 50s. He's probably my age that I am right now, which is 56. He was probably around his mid to late 50s. So, he didn't like it. And rightly so. I don't think I would really be thrilled if I was at a bar and my wife was sticking her hands down some guy's pants, trying to get lucky. It just, I wouldn't go crazy over it. I'd probably just look and go, hey, Lisa, you want to remove your hands from that crotch? Okay? You really shouldn't be doing that. So, this Christina Ford is nothing more than a paid victim. She is being paid by these fucking clan of witch hunters who are out to spoil anybody's chance of improving their life. Brett Kavanaugh. He did nothing wrong to this woman. This was something that happened 30 fucking years. 3 decades ago. But no, the fucking Democratic senators have got to make a big fucking deal out of it. Oh my God, he's traumatized her for life. No, if she was traumatized for life, why didn't she within and I'll be even very kind. Why not within, let's say, 2 months did she not go and report this? Because if my memory serves me right, he was something back then. I think he was a local judge or something, or I don't know exactly, but you know that's not the point. But he did have a position where he was a little bit in power, I guess you could say. Now, men in power, and I'm not saying this is right. Some fucking Democratic mosquitoes have to get me again. I'm not saying that men in power have the right to treat women any way that they feel. But what I am saying is that most men in power will do shit like that because they can get away with it. It does not mean that it is right. But it does state the fact that, or I should state the fact that most of them get away with it because a large percentage of these women who claim to be attacked, groped, sexually mistreated, put themselves near these men of power because it's a fucking turn on for them. They love being by that guy who can just call somebody and get shit done. It's a fucking turn on, okay? It does not mean that they have the right to be groped or anything of that nature. That I completely agree with. That if he did do it, which I don't think that he did do it, but if he did do it, he should have some consequences to pay for it. But I don't think he did it because I don't believe this woman for one bit. Another thing that was just brought up to me on Facebook. Why is it, if this woman is so willing to stick her name out there and be this victim and play the sympathy card for the fucking Democratic Party or the whoever is behind it, why is the media only using one of 3 pictures of her? It's always one of the 3 pictures of her. The very famous one where her head's tipped to the side, the blonde hair, and she's got sunglasses on. That's the one they love to use. Do a picture search for her name. See which pictures come up. The top 3 are the ones that they use all the time. I don't know where my dog's heading to. She's over there doing something. But the whole thing is, it's so fucking ridiculous how we act in this country now. You know what? There used to be a time when, this is many years ago, but there used to be a time when somebody would attack a girl and they'd say something and everybody go, she's full of shit. Or the great excuse that honest to God used to work for people, for men in the 70s was they would look at the judge and go, Your Honor, she was dressed a certain way. She was asking for it. Now, I don't believe in this. I do not prescribe to that belief one bit. Women can dress however they wish to dress. A way a woman dresses is not asking for them to be sexually assaulted or asking for them to be sexually looked upon or anything. Some women dress kind of sleazy. And some of them dress really conservatively. It does not mean that... It's my neighbor and his Harley. It does not mean that they're wanting to have sex. That does not mean that they're wanting not to have sex. I mean, granted, if you see a chick in a nun habit, it's pretty safe to say she doesn't want to have sex. But the point is, you can't look at somebody and say, well, they're dressed a certain way. She was dressed a certain way. I figured I'd give her a little run for her money. Hoo, 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 hoo. No, that's bullshit. God damn mosquitoes. Florida is fucked up for mosquitoes right now. We have a lot of humidity coming through here. And it is messed up. The mosquitoes. I mean, you walk out in the backyard and they just swarm on you. But this Christina Ford, Professor Ford, and I see that's something else that bothers me. She's supposed to be this educated individual. Okay? Now, whether she's educated or whether she's full of shit, which I personally believe, my personal opinion is Professor Ford, Christina Ford, is full of shit. She's a paid victim. She has no horse in this race except for a gain of financial magnitude. She is probably later on going to write a book, do a book tour, and she's going to just absolutely, try to destroy this man who has done nothing. Nothing. Now, there's many people on Facebook right now. There's a couple of fucking idiots on Facebook that I got into it with this morning. And I should know better than to get into heated arguments when I'm pissed off and feeling bad about myself on Facebook, because I generally end up saying stupid, fucked up shit, which I did then. I had to go back and delete my entire conversation because of the fact I say stupid fucking shit when I'm feeling poorly or when I feel frustrated. And that's just my fault, and at least I know it, okay? The only thing about Brett Kavanaugh that I do not believe is I saw a clip of him saying that he had been a virgin for so many years after this Christina Ford incident, okay? That he was a virgin. Come on. You're a dude with a little bit of power. You came from a good family. You're going to get your wick stuck in somebody's candle wax eventually, okay? It's just the way life is. I mean, I didn't come from a rich family, but when I was coming up and I was single, I was trying to plant my seed everywhere I fucking could. I mean, it made no difference to me. If I could get away with it, I did it. But I always had respect for the women that were involved with me in those times. So, and well, personally, I never knew that there'd be, well, never mind. But I just think that this woman is so full of shit. It's absolutely ridiculous. I think this is a witch hunt because Trump is backing this man. So therefore, I think, oh, here she comes. Oh, she was running up here. And the other one's over here. He's right over there. Although they do seem to like Florida a lot. For being two big dogs from northern Illinois, they seem to really enjoy Florida. Especially this one right here. Him. He is a lizard hunter. Right? See if I can get him to it. Hey, lizard. Lizard. Look over here. Lizard. Usually he comes running over here, but the bottom line is really simply this. You're bringing up something from 30 fucking years ago. 30 fucking years ago. Why did you not say anything until just now? So you're saying, Mrs. Ford, that the last 30 years you were personally okay with what happened because you did not prosecute, you did not file a police report, you did nothing. So you were perfectly okay with it. All of a sudden, this man comes up for an appointment on a Supreme Court judge, and now all of a sudden, you're traumatized. Oh my God. I read a supposed quote from her that she said after the incident happened that she moved far away, but she found out in her mind it just wasn't far enough. And her husband is supposedly out there with a quote saying that his wife has been telling him for their entire marriage, I have such a horrible secret, but I can't tell it to you. Really? Come on. Oh my God, this sounds like a bad fucking Hollywood Lifetime movie. Alright? It's just the most asinine bullshit that could possibly come down the pike. Alright? It's just dumb. If he did it, you have to be able to prove it. If he did it, you should have said something when he did it. If he did it, you don't wait 30 fucking years for his life to start getting better and then all of a sudden go, oh, by the way, 3 decades ago, this man's penis brushed up against me. We were both fully clothed. Now, I don't know if that's what happened. I'm just joking around. But it's absolutely ridiculous how people will blow shit out of proportion. Now, the reason this is being blown out of proportion, and this is purely just my take on it, is this is a witch hunt. This is all this is. Because Trump wants this man to have this position. Well, of course, the Democratic, well, as I like to call them, the Dummycrats, will do anything and everything in their power. What are you doing, dog? They'll do anything and everything. She's doing the weirdest shit. Will do anything and everything in their power to absolutely ruin anything Trump wants to do. Now, I'm not a Trump fan. I didn't vote for Trump. But the man is our president, and I will respect him on that level. He's a loudmouth. He's an idiot at times. But he's no worse than fucking Barry Obama, who is not even fucking American. Kenya's only son does good in America by becoming a president. Now, see, I'm from Illinois. Obama was a senator in Illinois. I never heard shit about that man. Period. Not one word about that man until all of a sudden he was running for his first term as president. How does that happen? How does a man just come up out of absolutely nowhere and become president? And he's 55 miles away from my house his entire time as senator, but I'd never heard of the man. I knew almost every other political person in the Chicagoland area. When you said their name, I could tell you who they were, what their job was. I'd never heard the name Barack Obama until he was running for president. Makes no sense. But this is all part of the plan, people. Obama was brought in to put a racial divide into our country, create strife, and it didn't go real good the first 4 years, so they fixed it so he'd get another 4 years so he could really do some damage. And now because Trump came in, because America finally got fucking smart, America said, we're tired of this bullshit. We're tired of this fucking status quo bullshit. Let's get a guy in here who runs the country like a business. Just like Ronald Reagan did. And look at the shit Ronald Reagan caught. Reagan was called all sorts of names. But Reagan had some good ideas. They didn't seem like great ideas at the time, but they turned out to be pretty good ideas later. Then we had good old Ross Perot. Remember Ross Perot? Little short dude. He always reminded me of a chicken farmer. I don't know why. But he was going to run the country like a business. Because America is a business. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is a business. And it is a business that needs to make a profit. And unfortunately, we are not making a profit in this country. We are having the hugest deficit. You know, look at the statistics between Barry and Donald. Whether you like it or not, the country is doing better under Donald Trump than it ever did under Barack Obama. That's just factual numbers. You can go look them up. The day he made president, the fucking stock market went through the fucking roof. Why? Because businessmen understand businessmen. Trump is a trademarked business. Just the name brings people around. Good or bad, it brings them around. Trump knows what good people are. I mean, he's had a few faults, like with Jeff Sessions. I don't like weed. Jeff Sessions is an idiot. Jeff Sessions needs to get the fuck out of office. Him and his anti-weed stance is ridiculous. This country has persecuted innocent people over marijuana for way too long. It's time to stop it. But back to Miss Ford. Personal opinion and bottom line, she's a paid fucking victim and she's lying through her fucking teeth. This probably never happened, and if it did, it was probably so casual. It was probably, on the lines of a high school party where some guy gets a little drunk and he sticks his hand on a girl's titty. Oh my God! Oh my God, he touched my boob. Big fucking deal. Big fucking deal. It is absolutely the most asinine thing. You know what? I've accidentally graced a couple boobs in my day, but the girls didn't turn around and go, oh my God, I'm traumatized. And 30 years later, they didn't come to me and go, oh my God, we got to get you out of whatever you're doing. Oh, you can't be this, you can't do this job because you touched my boob 30 years ago. Just ridiculousness. Absolute ridiculousness. So that's exactly my stance, and then I'm going to stick to it. I don't care. But just remember, the media wants you to believe this bullshit. They want you to open your mouth and let them cram all their little fucking media crap down your throat, and they're going to massage your neck so you swallow it, so you take it all down. There they go. I don't know what they're running for. They must have seen something over there. Good thing is they won't go into the woods. If they go in the woods, they're by themselves because I ain't going in there either. All right. Thank you for listening. I do appreciate it, and have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday afternoon. I am out of here because it is hotter than a motherfucker in Florida today. Humid like you would not believe. And I'm still tired from work because I worked my ass off today, even though we only did a little bit. I was home by noon, but it still sucked. And hopefully it'll get better, but I really don't know. I'm too old for this job, man. I'm just too old for this job. Too many health problems. Physical, I mean, not health problems, but, like I got a bad back and a bad knee, and so it's really rough on this old guy, let me tell you. Really rough on me. And it's very frustrating because I can't do what I want to do. But with that being said, I hope that you hit the like button. I hope that you hit the subscribe button. And most of all, I hope that you hit that bell icon. So the next time I put out one of these fantastic, overly biased videos, you can see them and laugh at me. I mean with me. No, I don't care. I put them out there and you take them for what you want. You do with it what you want. I don't care. If you liked it, give you a thumbs up. If you really liked it, subscribe. If you thought it was a bunch of shit, just put in the comments, you're a bunch of shit talker, And that's cool with me, because that's what YouTube, in my opinion, that's what YouTube is all about. It's about the bringing together of an open conversation and having everybody have their own opinion. And I expressed my opinion, and I love to hear other people's opinions on stuff. I'm not going to hate anybody for having a different opinion, but I would love to hear it. So, remember, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and with that being said, I'm out of here because my dog is now going back into the woods, and I got to get her out of there really quick, because there she goes, see? She's right, where the hell is she? She's way back over here. She's walking back there. She's getting ready to go back into the woods, and if I don't stop her, I'll probably lose her. And fucking dog costs me too much money as it is. So, like, subscribe. We will talk to you, I don't know when, but the next time we do, it'll be the next video. Until then, bye, and thank you for watching.